Hello, everyone, and welcome to Valkyrie Presents. Oh my gosh, it is so hard to talk in this cosplay. I'm really glad that I'm hosting right now.
Did you just swallow your own face?
I can't wait to see.
Almost. Look, things are happening. I'm getting stabbed. It's great. I am super excited for it. But before we get there, I am of course here with my amazing co-host Sai. How are you doing, Sai?
I'm doing great, and I would just like to let everyone on the panel and in the audience know that at about 7:30, so about half an hour ago, I'm sleeping very nicely in our bed, and Shae appears in the fucking doorway and turns on the hugely bright overhead light, and she's completely in this cosplay, which nobody has seen yet. But let me assure you.
I did scare the shit out of Sai.
That's a way of looking at it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. How you doing, Shae?
It is. I'm doing great. I am really excited. So we are here with two members from the band Sound of Thunder. We have Josh. How are you doing, Josh?
Hello. I am fantastic and very happy to be here.
Yes, that's awesome. And we have the beautiful Nina. How are you, Nina?
I'm great. I'm having a great time.
Josh is beautiful too in his own way.
He is.
Oh my god.
He's very sunny.
On the inside.
Oh, on the inside.
No, Zaddy.
No,
he's
you're
not,
on the
he's
outside
not beautiful
too,
on the
Josh.
inside.
No.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm tired of not being on camera, so we are gonna get this cosplay reveal going. Let's get in this view and
Metamorphosis completed, sir.
Shae the Red
Has now become
awesome.
Oh, shit!
yes!
Yes! You
Got
look
the
amazing!
Wow.
You know, my favorite part of this entire cosplay is the goblin ears that I got, and was
I
like,
love it!
they're pretty close to how some of the art for your characters is drawn.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, I love it so much.
Oh, the horns are wonderful.
Oh, aren't they
Love
so
it.
nice?
Yes.
Beautiful. I couldn't find my bracers, which is hilarious because we just went to Ren Fair and I just wore them, and now they're like MIA. So it's fine. We got the rest of it.
You look fantastic. I love it. Oh, so good.
Thank you so much.
I have red contacts in my makeup bag next to your leg.
Yeah, I'm not putting those in my eye. I don't know how. We're good. We're good.
It's the same
I'll
ones
fix
I
it
couldn't get in my other eye at HeroesCon. So go ahead.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something I'm gonna put in my eye right now. But thank you, babe.
You put the
You're
contacts in
welcome.
before the makeup. I know how this is.
Yeah,
I can't
especially
even wear
if you
contacts anymore.
if you've already done mascara, there is no contacts after that. Your lashes are way too big. Like, but for people who don't know, also I forgot to warn Josh and Nina. I have two parrots, and they really love to chime in.
That's cute.
We can go with that. Yeah, sometimes it's cute. Sometimes it's
birds.
huge. I love them. They're amazing. One of them has been screaming the song of his people to us literally all day long. So I kind of want to cook him at the moment, but it's fine.
I have fried rice.
We do have we could have Hugin and fried rice. We're not doing that. We are here because of this absolutely epic fucking campaign. So for people who don't know, first off, who are you guys before we even get into the campaign?
Oh, who are we, Josh?
Who are
We
you?
are a metal band called the Sound of Thunder. Well, Nina and I are half of the Sound of Thunder. I play guitar.
And I am the singer, and lyricist, and the Queen of Hell.
All accurate. And Sai and I had the pleasure of meeting both Josh and Nina at HeroesCon, and can I just say, they're fucking epic people.
Aw,
they're
thank you.
so nice, so excited about their projects, passionate about what they do. You guys need to go and check out this campaign. It's linked in the chat. Go check that out. But let's get into what this is. So, like, you guys are a metal band. That's cool, but you have a Kickstarter for a comic. So, explain how that ended up happening. Like, how did that come about?
Well, we're huge geeks, and
I love it.
we don't really do music or songs about, like, typical, like, personal, like, everyday love songs or...
Feelings are stupid.
We like to do songs that are like epic stories, and we've over the years discovered that we love telling stories. It doesn't have to be in music, and so we kind of branched out into comics. And we did a couple years ago. We did a concept album about Shadow Man from Valiant. We just walked up to him and we were like, "Hey, we love comics. We love Shadow Man. Can we do some music about your character?" And they were like, "Hell yeah!" So we ended up doing our first real comics thing was an album about Shadow Man with Valiant. And after
that's
that,
so cool.
Yeah, we ended up doing our own anthology, which is how we dipped our toe into making our own comics. And once we finished that and we really liked the way it came out, we said, okay, now it's time to do Queen of Hell, is this story that was had already lived in our music and brought it to life in a comic book series now.
That is so cool. All right, so tell us a little bit about the story. Like, what is it centered around? Obviously, it's centered around a badass chick who rules hell, is what I'm gathering. But let's go a little bit more into it. Like, what exactly is happening in this story?
Nina, I'm gonna let you take that one.
Okay, so before I say anything, is there music playing or
Yeah.
is it
Yes.
like, okay, I was like, what window do I have open? The anime music is playing. What did I do? Okay, just making sure.
Psy.
It's not just me. Okay, cool. So, the Queen of Hell. Basically, the idea is there's this girl named Cecilia, and she's got pretty great life. She's got a hot boyfriend. He's total normcore, and she's a metal chick, and she's a bartender, and they're gonna get married, and everything's going well, and something happens where she finds out that her life has been orchestrated from the very beginning without her knowing, and there are two forces at play, the forces of good and the forces of evil, and both of them are trying to get her to do something, and she decides she's gonna do what the hell she wants, and that is where I will leave it.
Yeah, I don't know if either side has met a woman before, but I kind of feel like trying to manipulate like this is probably not going to work well for most people.
This is the problem, is that both sides trying to manipulate her are men. Like, they just don't get it, so they're going to figure it out.
See, this is what happened, is they approached a woman, they like went to Lilith, and they were like, hey, we want you to help us control this bitch over here. And Lilith was like, no, you go ahead, I'm gonna watch. This is gonna be so entertaining. Mm-hmm. By all means, go get her.
You picked the wrong one. That's what happened. You picked the wrong one.
Why would you go after a metal chick? Like,
See, the problem is that they didn't foresee her becoming a metal chick. They were just, they I'm not going to spoil it, but...
Nina's trying to very carefully avoid spoilers.
Right.
I think we can probably tell people based on the artwork that's on the screen that a lot of the comic takes place in hell.
Yes.
And
it looks like it.
Yeah.
There's some demons involved.
Mm-hmm. Lots of blood, lots of gore.
Yeah, but it's at the core, I think where Nina, really is the inspiration for this character. It's all about not appreciating it when people try and tell you what to do.
Yeah,
which is basically how I joined A Sound of Thunder.
I kind of want to hear that story. Wait.
Oh, okay. So I was in my very first band. I was in another band called Bloodcore, and it was all dudes. But it was my first band, so I wasn't really, I don't know how to say it, I wasn't really experienced in working with men. And I wasn't really experienced in working in the music industry, but I knew what I wanted. And I would try to speak up and give ideas, and I just didn't feel like I was being listened to. So one day, I just got annoyed. I went to Craigslist, and I saw this ad for another band, and I saw the link that they had of them playing live, and I was like, there's potential there. Let me talk to these guys. And so I messaged them, and I got to Josh. They were looking for a singer. And I messaged Josh, and I'm like, I'm actually in another band, but you guys are intriguing. Turns out Josh is a comic book person, and I am also a comic book person. So we immediately connected on that level. And the very first time I went to band practice, he was like, all right, I'm not going to let you in unless you answer one question. Cat Beast, yes or no? And I was like, oh, absolutely not. And he let me in. So that's when we started to get along and mesh. And then I played one gig with the Sound of Thunder, and my other band came to see us, and the following practice with my other band, they were like, Nina, I just don't think you're a good fit for this band anymore. And I think they were a little bit intimidated by the work that I was doing with the Sound of Thunder, so they kicked me out.
Kind of sounds like it.
And
wow,
you know what? Couldn't be happier that they did
Their
that.
loss.
Yep, they're lost.
Absolutely, they're lost.
One of the guys compared me to Gwen Stefani, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever, because I never liked Gwen Stefani. I have no idea where they got that idea, but I just thought it was very funny, and now I'm in the perfect band, and it all started just because I was sick of guys not listening to me.
But
now they do exactly what I say.
Now they're just like, we will, whatever you want, because we're kind of scared of you.
I mean, at a certain point, there'll be a little pushback. I still haven't been able to convince them that Steel Heels is a good song title, but I don't know, maybe someday.
I mean,
Steel Heels, I'm telling you.
As somebody who wears heels and sometimes they are made of metal, that's actually a pretty cool name. They're really good as like ice picks,
I'm telling you.
And you know, yeah, it's fine.
Thank you.
Josh is like, no, Shae. Like, stop helping Nina. No.
There's a spectrum of Nina's ideas, and there's some that are like way out here, and we just, we're trying to.
You have to rein her in.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, sometimes when I write my lyrics, my lyrics always start with me just singing along to a riff and figuring out like words to say, and oftentimes they have to be edited a lot, and there have been points where it's like, all right, Nina, ease up on the goo and the I-core and the guts.
Like, I don't know if ooze is the right word for this verse.
Could we try something different, like me and Bone, maybe, like
a little less ooze. And I'm like,
why does everything leak in your songs? This is gross.
We did actually. Somebody made a word cloud once of the most popular words in our lyrics, in Nina's lyrics, and it was like bone was one of them. Blood, I think blood was number one though. I'm pretty sure.
Blood and bone.
Yeah, flesh was big. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, if you're doing it right, flesh is big. But...
Yeah.
Do you remember Adam's Family? Bone and brine. Bone and brine.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. So who is your artist? Like, did you guys get somebody outside of the band, or do you have like somebody in the band who's doing it?
Oh God, yeah. We don't have time for all that. I am an artist myself. I did go to college for art. I have an art degree, but there is no way I could do this kind of art on the schedule that we have. So actually, the artist that is doing the comic book art, he is someone that we met in Catalonia, and he is a comic art teacher at what is it, the University of Barcelona, Josh?
No, it's called Escola Joso in Barcelona.
Escola Joso, okay.
Yeah.
So he's a teacher, and his work is so incredibly detailed. It is insane. And when we first met him, I think he did he drew something for us, didn't he? He drew a short story in the anthology I was telling you about. He just did a 4-pager for us. We had a freak hit in Catalonia, in that region of Spain, and
I did see many articles about that.
Yeah, and so that is their national anthem basically that we covered. Nina's mom is from there, and we covered it, and they had a big political event over there. There was a independence referendum, and there was all this violence in the streets, and we put the song out, and it went mega viral, and we ended up touring over there, and that's how we met our artist on Queen of Hell. His name's Mike Rotera, and he's a veteran, and he's 60 years old. He's been doing comics professionally since 1981, I think. And cool. He's a badass. He didn't skimp on the flying eyeballs or the intestines. And
no, he didn't.
There are some pages I cannot wait for people to see that involve like poop and genital torment. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
there's a phrase in 5 years we haven't had on this channel. Genital torment.
I don't think we've ever had somebody say genital torment on the
hey,
channel.
Josh, there's another song title.
Also, that sounds like a side project.
Oh yeah, well, that's for Nina and the Murder Lords. That's my that's my solo project.
Nice. I was gonna say the thing that I found like really kind of impressive is it's really hard when people are doing a comic book version of characters to get enough of the person in there that it is recognizable as them, but not so much that it's like clearly this is just a self-insert and it looks weird and whatever. And I gotta say, like, this right here, this panel specifically, fucking nailed it. It is so good.
Thank you. I will say I would have appreciated a little bit more butt, but you know, there's something about comic artists where they just don't draw the butt big enough.
Like, don't worry about it. You just can't see it from that angle. You're just turned. You're not turned enough at the hip. That's all it is.
Exactly.
There's plenty of butt back there.
I hear you.
But yeah, no, it's really, really cool looking, really well done. And I like the, seeing the expression on the face and then seeing like okay, we're done, and it's calm, and she just instantly goes from looking like super scary, intense, evil to like, oh no, pretty.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, that if you've ever been around a woman that you've pissed off, right? They change like bone structure when they're mad, and then once they're good again, it's right back to like, oh, don't worry, we're fine.
Yeah.
Like
she's
pretty
very
again.
confident at this point in the story. She's getting comfortable with her power, and
she certainly seems confident while she's slicing this dude in half. Pretty effortlessly. I think that she's solid in who she is as a person right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is I gotta know what the fuck is with the demon babies. They're so scary.
You will see. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a lot of there are a couple cameos in the comic that I don't want to spoil because when you get to it, it's.
The demon babies are at the part of hell, and so in this part of the story, they're moving into the area of hell where the torture happens, where like the torment of the damned souls happens. So basically, that scene,
like the eternally being ripped apart, kind of. Got you.
Yeah, and that's basically my version of hell, is having to be tormented by babies. That's very hellish to me. Like,
look, I'm just saying, if I go to bed tonight and in my dreams this shit crawls out from underneath the bed, like, I'm done. I'm gonna have a heart attack. We're gonna have to take me to the ER. I'm not gonna make it because that is terrifying.
Mission accomplished. Let us know if that does happen.
They're some fucking humongous. Like, I just now realized scale. Because I was looking in the back thinking like, oh, those people are just really far in the back. And then I noticed there's people right here that are fucking crawling on their hands.
Yeah.
Those babies are huge.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, that is terrible.
I wish we could spoil the rest of those pages right now. But...
No, we need people to do the Kickstarter so that they can get the comic and find out just how effed up it is.
Agreed. You must back the Kickstarter. Speaking of, I want to kind of get into, because you guys have so many different things that are available in this Kickstarter, and there's so many unique things that I've never seen on a Kickstarter, which makes me so excited because, like I said, we've been doing this for 5 years. I've done over 300 of these shows where I've dressed up in cosplay. I've gone over people's Kickstarters, Indiegogos, bought my comic book wherever they are, and it's rare that I find something that's new. And so I'm really excited, and I want to kind of take our time going through this. So
I
Yeah.
love how you stopped on the picture of the eggplant to discuss finding something new.
It's important.
It's a discovery.
She did the eggplant meme. It has to happen.
That was Josh's idea too. He was like, "I need you to take pictures of you doing this," and I had to do like different poses.
Yeah, I was like,
I
no,
do
I
like
can
how
see
it
it
says
in my head.
Valkyrie.
Yes, exactly.
I do. You know what, Josh? I do the same thing with my friends. Though we've got Woodrow, who is in the chat. I'll randomly message him and be like, "Woodrow, I need you to put on your chef coat, hold a bowl, and just point at it like it's the best thing you've ever made." And he's like, "I know exactly what you're talking about." And he'll just take a picture and send it. I was like, "That was it. Thank you." The next thing you know, he's in an ad for like Demon Ramen. And I'm just like,
Yes.
I needed that. Thank you. I'm glad that you could pose.
Oh,
Good job,
we want to
Woodrow.
make the Kickstarter fun to read too. Like, if you're gonna take a minute to look at it, we might as well make it fun for you.
Absolutely. Well, and I mean, this is, I think one of the best things when it comes to Kickstarters is when people really kind of show who they are. And that can be really difficult to do just through pictures and words, but the fact that you guys are like, oh no, we're going to take ridiculously fucking, like, silly ass pictures that are going to, oh, girthy, ooh, look at how cool, and it's like, that's what you were like. So it's nice that you just put it out there. I'm like, oh no, these are my people. Like, I saw this picture and went, we're best friends now. They
We
just
are
Clearly.
incredibly immature, yes.
Yes.
right there with you. I love it. Like, maturity is stupid.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the $1 incredible but true backer compliments probably about your junk. What the hell? What is this?
Well, we just did a batch today at the gym, actually. If you back the campaign for $1, basically we'll write like some super weird compliment, or maybe it sounds more like an insult. I don't know. We told some lady today that she had big clit energy.
And no two are the same. We have to write a new compliment for every
So we have to
person.
write like 300 of these. We're going to be doing them for a couple months probably. But yeah, if you back it, and so we're taking the videos as a band, and then we're posting them publicly on our social media. So you get a shout out from the band, and we don't just say, hey, thanks, John. We say, John, and then something. And I've already written too many of them that I've lost, like, lost
It's like
my
I can't
ability to
say
take
any
them
of them
over
because
today.
I might spoil
they
the
might-
ones that we haven't shown.
Yeah, then they might violate YouTube's terms of service. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we're not trying to get kicked off of another platform.
Thank you, Sai. Sai says, Shae, you have big tit energy. Not quite as big as your chest plate at Ren Fair. Sai wore a G.
God damn.
Yeah, that's what I said, Nina. And Sai was like, this is good until we took a picture. And Sai was like, now that I see it in photos, that might be a little bit too big. I was like,
Disagree.
Yeah,
No such thing. No such thing.
girl, I can't let Alex go and get G implants and then walk around with those bitches. The back pain. Nina's like, I'm all for it. Let's do this.
I had trouble getting my hand far enough away to take a selfie and encompass all of what I was wearing.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of flesh. You couldn't really see anything else because they were just so big.
I love it.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was in a corset, and I'm like, where does the corset start? I just keep having to zoom out.
Was it an overbust or an underbust?
It was an overbust, not that you could tell.
A barely
Golly.
over.
Oh boy.
There was a lot. It was excessive. And Nina, I did the whole hold on to the the dresser while I pull this as tight as possible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nope. Still just it was just all booby.
Love it.
There was
Love it. Jealous. I lost a lot of weight recently, so all of my corsets, like I used to have a little bit of cleavage, and I go to the Renfest all the time. Now it's just, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing there, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm just one of those wenches that her personality is is what draws you.
I had to, at Run Fair, in order for me to even remotely look like I belong next to Sai, I had to do the little sticky pad things.
Oh, yeah.
Inside
in.
of my corset to try and push them a little bit more together, because I was good on the boob department and then lost like 75-ish pounds and was like, well,
happens.
there they go.
Yeah, I wear a padded
Heaven
bra.
forbid. We can't lose it in the midsection, but it goes
Oh my
in the
gosh!
Right? Like,
Those are amazing.
them titties, though. They're so big.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm a fan. I am a fan.
Oh my gosh.
That
It
just
was
makes
crazy.
me want to go back to the gym. I want to get there too.
Yeah, work them titties, boy.
Josh is like, I'm gonna rival that.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm gonna have the biggest pecs ever.
He's
They're gonna
getting
look
there.
like
You
G
should see
titties.
those milkers, man. He's working it.
Working on it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We have nickel bag for $5. So what's everything that's in that?
That is basically a grab bag. It's just a bunch of stickers, trading cards, pins, patches, and that's basically. If you're lame and you don't want comic books, well, okay, fine, we'll still give you some stickers, I guess.
Yeah.
But really, you should get comic books.
I also love that it says technically non-edible, but we believe in you.
I mean, if you
And
want
then
to
the-
eat one of Josh's guitar picks, whatever. I'm not going to stop you.
You know?
Very
It
low
makes
fiber
for an
content,
interesting
though.
You get the guitar pick, and then you use it for genital torment.
Oh my gosh.
Sounding with a sound of thunder.
I am actually writing down genital torment, so we don't forget that.
Thank you.
Our new hit single. Right up
Love
there with
it.
Kill That Bitch is a classic.
Look, it happened here on Red Valkyrie, guys. You're getting front row seats to this shit.
You really never know when inspiration's going to hit you.
The creative
very
process live.
It is. It has begun.
All right, so tier 1, this is where we're actually getting the comic, right?
Yeah, and from here on up, all these tiers stack. So you get everything starting with tier 1 on up. If you get tier 3, you get tiers 1, 2, and 3.
Very cool. So with this, it's the Markovic cover.
Yeah.
That's the main cover. That guy's been doing our
I love
album
this.
covers for years. Yeah, I love the painted covers. And I don't think we even explained yet that it's a comic book series and a music EP. So you get with comic number 1, you get song number 1, which is based on the events of comic number 1. So the music and the comics kind of tie in together.
So you could play the vinyl while you're reading the comic and kind of get that experience together. I love it. We actually had there was 1 or 2 campaigns that we had on from Italy, and these guys, like, they didn't even make like a comic book. They made like a fucking thick ass graphic novel, and it literally had at certain parts in the story, it would have like a little asterisk at the bottom, and it would be like scan the QR code to play like the song for the next page. So you'd scan it, and then as it was playing, you would read it. And it was so fucking epic because the way that they did it, it really kind of made that movie come to life in your head. And so I love the fact that you guys are like, oh yeah, so there's the soundtrack. Like, just go and play that and read this shit while she's slicing through, gigantic, terrifying demon babies. Because fuck those guys.
Yeah.
And listen to music where we're talking about fuck those guys the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I like this. This works.
Yeah, some of them are
Especially-
like that, where it's more like a soundtrack. But some of them are more like additional scenes or extended scenes.
Yeah, you'll get more insight into the story through the music.
Yeah. In
that
the
is
comic,
awesome.
You see one of the very first scene in the comic. You see in the third person view as the reader, but in that song, we have guest singers that sing. They're singing first person as the characters, so you get more character perspective out of the song.
Heck yeah. Oh, that is so cool. And I've got to say, out of all of the art that I've seen for Queen of Hell, this cover for book 1 is my absolute favorite. It's just so well done. She looks like such a fucking badass while still looking absolutely gorgeous. Like, I literally had this up the whole time I was trying to do like makeup and everything. I was like, I need to channel this energy.
Yes.
It's so well done. It is so well done.
Yeah, we're very pleased with his work.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dusan Markovic from Serbia. We got to give credit where credit's due. He's
Every
a master.
time somebody
Heck yeah.
asks us, where do we get our art? We got a guy in Serbia.
Look, he's a talented motherfucker for sure.
Yeah,
Look at that.
and he's
like,
jacked. That dude is freaking huge. If you ever look him up, like look up Dusan Markovic, sometimes he posts a selfie. His arms are like, his biceps are the size of my skull. That man is enormous. So
wow.
yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Although, side note, if you try to look up Dusan Markovic, I learned this the hard way, that apparently Dusan Markovic is like the John Smith of Serbia. So, there's a million of them.
Yeah, you
but
gotta
if you
look
look
up
up
artists, I guess.
Dusan Markovic art, you will find him.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you guys pay your European indentured servants in beer like Shae and I do?
Oh no,
Well,
we pay them in real money. That's kind of
yeah.
why we have to do these Kickstarters, is because you see, we are job creators here in the music industry, and we actually pay people what they are worth. And I don't know if that's silly these days, given the fact that we could do all of this with AI and be evil, but we have decided
I can tell you right now, as somebody who attempted to just get AI to give me one fucking scene that I needed in this thing that I was editing, I spent 2.5 hours trying to get 3 different AI programs to give me a 5-second scene, and ended up just making it myself. Because I was like, fuck you guys, you don't even do it right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, AI is gross. Hate it.
Well, one of the cool things about working with people over the years is, like, you know, we've been doing this for 15 years, but now we've been working with Dusan for 12, 13 years, and his rates have gone up quite a bit. But we're happy to pay him because he's worth it.
See, and that's when Sai said we pay in beer, what Sai meant was we messaged one of our friends who, you know, is in a foreign country, and we were like, what would it cost for you to do a synthwave, like, intro song for us? And he was like, oh, you know, this amount, and it was something like fucking like $50 or something, and I was like, bro, no, like, it has to be more than that. And he was like, honey, do you have any idea how much $50 American buys me here? And he's like, so much beer, all the beer. And I was like,
this is the problem with musicians, and I will put us in that category, is that we often undercharge for our work.
All creatives.
We've been paid in beer tickets more times than I can count. You know, in the United States, people just don't like to pay musicians or artists, so we're actually kind of proud of the fact that we pay the people that we work with. We're not getting paid. We get absolutely nothing. But the people doing the work for us, they're getting paid.
People know, unfortunately, they know that artists love to do their art and will oftentimes, you know, would do it anyway. So,
So it's like when somebody's like, hey, do you want to do what you were going to do on a Saturday night anyway, but I'll give you like 4 beers, and you're like, fuck,
I'm like, hell yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I can do some beers? That sounds great. Alright, so then we've got tier 2, which is, so you said that everything's stacked, so tier 2 gives you 1 and 2. Issue
Correct.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then as you go up, also the add-on items unlock. So those are separate, that you add them on, but at the lower tiers you can't add certain things on. And as you go up, you get access to other things.
I noticed that when I really wanted the sketch cover for the vinyl. I was like, where do I have to back to get this? And I was like, oh look, right here, and then I get that, and we'll just add this on too. And it's like, added a bunch of stuff and went, okay, my credit card's going to be unhappy, but it's fun. I'm so excited.
The good news is that the campaign ends on Saturday, so you don't have to worry about paying until then.
Yes, this is true.
Yes.
All right, so then we have tier 3, obviously, and this is probably my second most favorite cover. Like, I'm sorry, he's super badass. I'm not gonna lie, he looks really cool, but she's naked.
Yeah.
And holding wine.
Yep.
And a sword.
Which I do all the time.
I've been staring at this cover since we started the show.
Yeah. This was a challenge
Alex
for us
like,
because we didn't want it to look like a not safe for work, like, porn comic.
Right.
And we just told the artist, like, she should be confident, and this totally works in the story inside this issue. So I'm super happy with the one. Yeah, that one might be my favorite too. I mean, that's the one we chose for the main campaign image.
I'm confident when I sit naked with my sword.
Me too.
I mean, good shit. I want to be that confident. Like, can I get a boudoir, like, session where this is the theme, because like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I would be
Yes.
oh, and then I would buy every fucking picture after that too. I'd be like, give me the entire book, because that would be amazing.
There's a photographer in Baltimore that I went to get photography for our single cover for Pleasure Slave. And I don't know if you've seen this, but if you look on YouTube for Pleasure Slave, we have done a cover of a Manowar song. And originally Pleasure Slave was about a man telling woman be my slave, and we turned it around so it's man be my slave. And I got 3 of our friends to pose in their underwear and look up to me while I'm holding like a sword, and I'm like in a little, bondage outfit, and I'm like looking down at them, and it is very much in this style. So there is a boudoir photographer that will take pictures of you in this style. Yes.
Very good to know. I have a Morrigan cosplay.
Ooh, yes.
that is very, it's a Lolita Morrigan cosplay, which means it went super far into bondage and
Nice.
not so much into frilly Lolita.
I love it.
But things happen, and I definitely need really good and flattering pictures of that. So
I was gonna say,
that's the other thing.
you can try it first, and then we're putting me in the G tits and into that costume.
You won't fit. I barely fit. You will
We'll
not
see.
fit in the
We'll
G.
see.
No, we won't see. You'll break it. I'll make you a new one.
I mean,
It'll just pop every seam.
I
There's
don't
no
think
way.
anyone will complain about a Morrigan
Exactly.
popping out of a top.
No,
I always
because
wanted to
it's my
for the show.
cosplay.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Be like, I can never wear it again. That was it. The one time.
You own a sewing machine. You can fix it.
Okay, fair. All right, and so then we have tier 4. So what are these extra add-ons that get unlocked at tier 4?
So at tier 4, it's enamel pins, and the symbols on the screen they're very small, but it's the Queen of Hell symbol, which is based on her chest piece, and the red gem and the black pattern around it in her armor. And then the Udoroth symbol is like the cult symbol from the Lesser Key of Solomon that would summon, or it's like his sigil basically. And those are symbols we've been using in our music for a long time. The song
nice.
Udoroth about the villain from the story came out 10 years ago. That's how long we've been working on this comic. It's been in process forever. It feels like.
Well, I think the other thing that's really cool about that, though, is it really shows that, like, you're taking your art and your love and your passion for what you do, and it's been something that has been, like, a consistent thing throughout the years, to the point that you could go and be like, we're gonna finally do this comic. So that song that we wrote a decade ago? That one's got to come in here at this point, and then the one that we just wrote last week, that one's the next scene. Like, it just kind of all fits together, and I think that is so fucking badass, because like anyone who's ever written or created a comic or had any kind of a story knows those stories been bumping around in your head for a hot minute. Before you ever actually write them, they've been going on in your head usually for years and years and years.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
we
so
would
it's
kick
really
our
cool to
ideas
see it.
around in rehearsal for years before we even started the comic. And Nina's original story for Queen of Hell goes back way further than that.
My World of Warcraft role-playing days. It's based on my warlock.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that you guys are such nerds. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
So good.
I don't know if you've noticed my background here, but yeah.
I did scope it a little bit, when we first started. I was like, I could hang out in that room. That looks a pretty nice room.
This is the blood study, so.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So behind me, you've got. See if I can do this. This is an autograph photo of the guy who played Chewbacca, and when I got this
Wait,
autograph,
Peter Mayhew or the new one?
Peter Mayhew. So I got this before he died, and I was actually cosplaying Harley Quinn at the time. And that's literally the same day that Josh and I met with the guys from Valiant Comics. So that was a good day. This
That
is
really cool.
Of course, my Riker plate.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cast photo that was autographed by the entire cast of Everybody Loves Raymond. And I got this when I was in the 8th grade.
Oh my god!
And like half of these people are dead now, so it's probably worth some money, I guess. I got a little Magneto collection over here.
Oh my god!
2 Magnetos. Magneto is my favorite, and the Acolytes from wrestling, because I was a big fan of the Acolyte Protection Agency. This is my wenching license because I'm in the International Wenches Guild.
Oh my gosh!
This is a drawing by a friend of ours that he draws people as monsters, and he drew me as like this cat monster. I'm a huge Darth Maul fan. He is my love of my life. I love him forever. And, of course, Screaming for Vengeance, Judas Priest, they're my favorite band. And this is Vashti from Picard, because I loved the Picard show, and I don't care what anybody said. It was a good show.
That is
don't
awesome.
Get me started.
Oh. Look, I love that show. We'll
It's
fight.
happening.
We will fight.
Things are happening.
Look, people like Taco Bell too. It's okay to like trash.
There is nothing wrong with Taco Bell, sir. I am a Hispanic person, and I will stand up for Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell. It is only, like, if I have a craving for Mexican food, that doesn't mean it's a craving for Taco Bell. Taco Bell is its own craving.
Exactly. Also, Picard fixed 7 of 9 because they acknowledged the fact that she was a lesbian, and the only reason she was with Chakotay was because she was trying to be like her mommy.
So
Janeway.
the only reason that she was with Chakotay is because the producers of Voyager had to throw Robert Beltran a bone to keep him on the show for the final season.
Yeah, but that's like the background. But in the world of Star Trek, the explanation that makes sense to me is that she wanted to be like mommy, and she was like, oh, mommy loves Chakotay, maybe I love Chakotay. Oh no, this is not good. This is not good at all. And she realized she was a lesbian, and she got with Rafi. And Rafi and Worf was the best freaking team up I have ever seen. Come on, man. Picard is great.
Okay. So
Rafi and Worf is
Picard was written by a bunch of post-lobotomy people. As someone who has watched Star Trek since I was 4 years old.
You're one of those people. We're going to get into a fight later.
We should have brought our bassist on.
Yeah. Back on topic.
Your bassist can take my part. I'm gonna go make some food. Y'all can keep this debate going.
We'll still be talking about the search for Spock an hour from now.
Probably.
I love Star Trek 3.
Oh my gosh.
That's probably the best one, right? Come on.
Two.
I have Star Trek cred in that I was blocked by William Shatner because I was telling him... we got into an argument about NFTs, and I told him that NFTs were bad for the environment, and he blocked me. So that is my Star Trek
So
cred right there.
I met Bill Shatner when I was 7 years old.
You met...
Yeah. Like at a con in Tampa.
Mm-hmm. Was he drunk?
No, he wasn't
That's a
drunk.
surprise, because he usually is. From what we have been told by other people that meet him, he is usually pretty drunk.
No, Takei, he was drunk. And
nice.
Doohan. So Scotty, sunrise to sunset, he was drunk. Back when he was still with us. And so we met him at a con, and then he agreed to do this charity thing with us at a children's museum, and showed up to that drunk off his ass. So that was a lot of fun.
I love it. I mean,
Okay, Shae,
I'm gonna be around kids. I'm gonna need to be drunk.
I'm there with him.
So much scotch. And he was not a small man in his older age.
Oh, Shatner? No,
I'm talking about Scotty. He was.
Oh, Scotty? But
he was
Scottish. It's
well.
okay. Who cares?
He was thick boy. No, but in that Florida heat, it was sad.
Oh.
Mercy, I wish I wasn't so fat.
He was like a 80-year-old fat guy on scotch in 90
living the
Florida
dream,
heat.
man.
Yeah.
That's a dream, though. I'm into it.
So tier 5.
Yeah, how about that comic?
Smooth. Yeah. Tier 5, we add the physical CD. for you oldsters who still like CDs. And you know what? I actually still support the CD because someday the damn internet's gonna go out for too long, and you're gonna want some music.
Yep.
Accurate.
Yes.
Although I will say, I'm still mad that you can't dance with the Discman like you could with a Walkman.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta get the anti-shock Discman.
Yeah, that never works.
I have that kind of money.
I had
Also-
one I could run with in high school.
Also, are we doing cassettes, Josh?
Yes, they're up higher. Yes.
So there you go. You can dance.
Oh, you can 100% dance with the cassette Walkman.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and the sketch cover is on there, and I wish I had a sketch that was actually drawn on, but yeah, I have all my off-screen here, all our mock-ups of all the comics and stuff. But yes, and Nina even is drawing on some of the sketch covers herself for this.
Ooh, very cool. Wait,
Yeah.
are you gonna offer them up as a commission tier at some point?
Well, so there was a previous campaign for some music, and Nina owes people some sketches that she's drawing herself already. So if she gets those done, we will add some Nina sketches in the add-ons for this campaign.
I'm so lazy. I love art, but man, I'm a lazy artist. I love to draw.
No.
But as soon as it becomes work, I'm like, God damn it. Why did I do this to myself?
I feel you, because the problem that I end up having is when I finally sit down to do it, I'm lost to the world for, however many hours. I love it. I get involved in it, but every time I have to sit down to do it, I'm like, because I paint and I do mixed media, and so I'm like, oh, I gotta get out the wash, I gotta get out the leather paint, I gotta get out all of the so much, and I gotta get the water, and if I don't have paper towels, and I'm just like, this feels like a lot. I'm gonna go take a nap, and then I don't paint.
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting at your desk where you literally have every
Shut
fucking
up!
one of
I
those
started
things.
mocking it. Leave me alone. It's a gigantic thing. It's half mocked out.
I've had a painting
Fine.
mocked up for at least 3 months now that I still haven't gotten to. Every time I look, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get in the mood. I'm gonna get in the mood to paint, and then I just.
Nina, you can't blow up our spot like that. We're all like that. No, we do them 2 days after we mock them because it's been at least a day.
Yeah.
No, it's been 2 days. Fuck. We do it within the week. Within the week.
Sure,
of mocking it up.
yeah. A week.
Yeah,
It's just
Shae,
like laundry. As soon as you fold your laundry, you put it away right away, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. It's not sitting in a pile at the end of my bed.
Yeah.
Shae, if there's not more paint on this canvas by Saturday, I'm gonna take my shot at it.
How dare you?
Whoa. Goodness.
Okay, fine. I guess I'm painting on.
This is my
Friday.
artwork,
This
by
is-
the way.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Very Picasso. Yeah.
It's
you
sold.
know what? It sold for more than my canvas painting at the same auction. So.
Damn. You know, actually,
Yeah.
Josh has done a couple of drawings for people, and people love them because he always draws like dicks. And
Nice.
Stick with what you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like,
Always works.
"Boss, little.
Yeah.
Top
And
it."
I
he
actually
does different ones.
I offered some
okay.
sketch covers myself, so I will also draw. And I charge way less, so you can get one from me. Or if you want it to be actually good, then you can pay a little more, and Nina will do one.
Look, I gotta pay them student loans somehow. Not that I get paid from this campaign or anything. I just have to say that we're charging more.
Yeah. Yep. That's what it is. We don't Frog G. We don't do why Bulgy.
Bulgy
And then-
Wulgy? Oh, that's horrifying. I love it. Bulgy
Yeah,
the clown.
The person who bought that is actually using it in his comic as a kaiju.
Oh, I
It's
love
kind
that.
of
so-
nightmare fuel.
Yeah, that's nightmare
Yeah.
fuel.
It is, and if you saw the way that he transformed Bulgy into a kaiju, it is horrifying.
Nice.
Oh man. Okay, tier 6.
There's your cassette, and there's our more friends that we wanted to do cover art for us. So this is yet
Nice.
another variant. I have that one right next to me, actually. So these
Ooh,
now they're getting into all campaign exclusive variants. So there's going to be very, very few of these, and we're only printing as many as are ordered. But that's Bo Bradshaw did the purpley one. He does cover art for Unleash the Archers, a metal band. And the other one is our friend Rachel Persephone, who does fantasy artwork, and she's fantastic.
Nice.
So, and the much discussed cassette tape, which I still think is hilarious, but like for some reason I love it. Cassette was my first format. I know I'm dating myself, but like I caught the very tail end of cassettes, so I still love them.
To be honest, I've been thinking about getting myself a new Walkman because there's just something about listening to a Walkman and not having to worry about like skipping or streaming, like the internet going out. I don't know. I love it.
I don't know if either one of you ever remember the mini cassette players.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I had so many of those. They were my favorite, and they always came in the most ridiculous, like, cases for the cassette. So, like, I think I want to say that I had a New Kids on the Block one that was lime green, and I was like, this is the most amazing thing ever, and my niece thought it was so cool. She pulled all the tape out.
No. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, I've been trying to find a mini cassette recorder because I'm a big fan of, I don't know if you could tell, I'm a big fan of Saw, and I can't find any that are affordable.
They disappeared off the face of the freaking planet. It's insane. If I would have known this when I was like a 7-year-old kid, I would have kept my shit. But
yeah, exactly.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I wish I kept my boombox. I used to have a boombox that had like a shoulder strap on it, and it had a two tape deck on it, so that you could record from one tape to the other, so that you could like bootleg tapes. I used to do that shit all the time. Like I'd record off the radio, and then I would do the two. Yes.
And I'd make mixtapes for all my friends.
Yep.
But my boombox, it didn't. I had the handle. I didn't have the strap, but I did have the removable, like you could slide the speaker up and then move it about a foot away from the main bit, and you're like, oh, listen to that surround sound everywhere.
Amazing.
It's like, it's so much better when you can remove it, and it's like, the cord wasn't even long enough to move it more than a foot from where it was.
Wow.
So
I was convinced.
I had the 2-tape deck boombox, but I do remember before that my sister making mixtapes with 2 boombox facing each other, and she would play the song from the first boombox and then record it with the open air mic on the other one.
And the worst part is when you would do that and someone would come in and they'd be like, hey, you're like, no, it was recording. Like,
it's in the song now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do I care enough? No, I don't. We're just gonna leave it. It's fine.
Just call it a remix.
Yeah. The remix is my mom going, do you want mac and cheese? And I'm like, yeah, go away. Trying to record music.
Damn it, Mom.
It's like a Napoleon Dynamite thing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Tier 7. So at tier 7...
Yes, we really juiced this
changes.
one. Yeah, you get a whole new, you get all of the main covers and the 2 other variants from the tier before, but then you get a whole other set of 4 variants by Joseph Schmalke, who's one of my favorite artists. He did our last album cover, which I can show you. He did The Crimson Cult for us. And he does a comic called 7 Years in Darkness, and he did one called We Don't Kill Spiders. He's absolutely fantastic, and I recommend people check him out. But he did that whole set of 4 for us. You get a bonus CD with 15 songs on it that you only get at that tier and above. And then you can also add on, we did glow-in-the-dark vinyl records. So this one is sealed, but inside this vinyl record, the disc itself is actually glow-in-the-dark. And there's a poster, and the inner sleeve in here has full-size paintings on both sides of the inner sleeve. So
it's so funny because it's such a little like niche kind of campy thing, and I'm still like, but it glows in the dark.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It glows in the fucking dark.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Some things are just cool.
Yeah.
And glow in the dark vinyl is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Glow in the dark, anything will always be amazing.
Agree.
Like I will never not want glow in the dark. Like,
literally, the dye that I use on my hair has a UV effect. So if I'm in the sun or if I'm in front of like a black light, it glows. And that's just a shout out to Zombie Snot. So if you need hair dye, I'm shouting out Zombie Snot. They're vegan, they're affordable, and it glows in the dark.
This is how you can, like, whenever you want to play Spot the 90s kid, like, glow in the dark is like, I grew up in the 90s, 100%.
Yep.
Because
and foil.
everything being shiny, everything glow in the dark. Not everything bedazzled, but some things that are bedazzled.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, especially if you can get it so it's well done and you can, like, run your hand over the rhinestone and get the tactile. There's nothing that feels cooler than that.
Girl, my steering wheel is covered in multicolored rhinestones, and my buddy was driving my car the other day, and he's like, "Oh, I love the feel of your steering wheel. This is so comfortable."
Mine used to be, but they started falling off, and I was so mad. I was like, you know what? Cheap rhinestones piss me off.
Oh, Trapper Keepers, yeah!
Oh my gosh, Trapper Keepers!
Yes. The Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper.
I was just gonna say that. I had Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper markers, stickers, the scratch and sniff stickers of hers. Oh,
Lisa Frank
like
cats. Oh, that is my. I'm like two sides of the goth coin. One side is Lisa Frank, and the other side is like blood and guts. I love Lisa Frank crap.
This is why we get along so well, because I think I showed you some of my art. All of my art is like super bright neon kind of stuff, and then I'm like, my aesthetic is like, I like dark and black and, you know, graphic liner and like.
You know what? I'll be right back. I have to show you the last painting I just did. I'll be
yes.
Right
back. This makes me so excited. Okay, so while she is grabbing that, this is really cool too. I really like this art. Like,
that art is literally 11 years old. That is how long we've been working on the comic. Those are the very first design drawings of Queen of Hell and Udoroth.
Oh wow.
I love that one. I don't even think it's funny. I just think it's great. I love it.
Oh my gosh. That is the most Lisa Frank thing I have ever seen that wasn't Lisa Frank. Like, that's amazing.
Thank you.
This is so good. You know what? If you get to a point where you're able to do a bit of art and then you want to see if you can sell some of it, we do quarterly art auctions. And I'm
cool.
just saying, you should totally come on with that aesthetic.
I'm down.
It would make me so happy. Look at Froggy's
showing her
showing
kitties
her
on
kitties
stream.
on
Yeah,
stream.
I sure am. Yeah, I was hoping Lucas would come in here, but he's done with me today. Usually he's over here licking his butthole at the camera.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
we have
classy.
We have a little boy who comes up and gives hugs and then attacks. So, like, he'll hug you and it seems all sweet and innocent. And everyone's like, "Oh, kitty," and then he'll like, "I don't like your face," and decide he's gonna try to eat you. And you're just like, we were so cool for a second. Like, things were fine.
That was my Odin. Lucas is a Scottish fold, and he is just the sweetest, most gentle little gentleman. And when he goes to bite you, he's like,
yeah, no. Onyx will do a test nibble, but if he realizes that he's got you, it goes from test nibble to I'm going to consume your soul, like, instantly. And he digs in so quickly, and it is so freaking painful. I love him. He's an asshole.
Love is pain.
Yeah. Love is pain. That is the message.
Mm-hmm.
I've almost healed up from my hero's con marks.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, no, he's bad, and he did kind of maul the ever-loving hell out of Cyborg.
Well, that's what you get for leaving the house.
Yeah, how dare
we?
we?
Must be punished.
How dare we? All right, so tier 8. You were talking about this is like 11-year-old art.
Yeah, well, that's how long we did the very first song in 2013. That's the song Queen of Hell, and the next song Udoroth was written that year, and already at that point we're like, I think this is a bigger story. We need to make it a comic. And so this artist, her name is Paulina Ganesho, and she's currently writing and drawing Powerpuff Girls, the comic.
Oh yes.
And yeah, her career has taken off since then. I'm so happy for her. But these are her original design drawings. They were just
Oh
for
my
us
God.
internally. So this is the Queen of Hell armor, which we're still using this design. And,
That is so cool.
And this is her enemy, Udoroth.
The
And,
enemy one, the color choices are just so spot on.
Yeah, she's
Liz.
amazing with the design sense.
I also love the fact that like the main character, you know, is really like almost monochrome. Like she's so few colors, and it's like, okay, well this kind of makes sense. And then it's like, oh, that's just her. Like here's the other guy. He's got every color you can imagine, but she's like, this is just her aesthetic. She's very low key. Like,
yeah, I like the contrast between the two of them. And,
it's really cool.
Yeah, so she's a badass, and
Yeah.
the designs she did for us were a huge gift. I don't know if we'd be here without those awesome designs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's the all covers tier, and that's the one with the sketch vinyl that you were talking about. I'm really proud of this because I've never seen this anywhere in the world before. I think it might be the first ever blank sketch variant vinyl jacket, and it's printed on the reverse boards. Normally you'd get a record jacket and it'd be all shiny and glossy, but that's no good for drawing on. So they print the jacket on the reverse side on what would normally be inside, which is uncoated. So this will take ink or pencil really nicely, and we were thinking, you know, so you get a giant, really nice commission piece of artwork on here, but somebody came up with the obvious that I hadn't even thought of, which is you should use it for a jam piece and have a bunch of different artists work on it.
Oh, that'd be really freaking cool. Now I need two. Damn it.
And there's only 100 of these too, and they come with red vinyl. This is the only version that has the red vinyl in it.
Yeah, I had to make sure that I got that because I was like, if I don't, I'm gonna be so sad. I was telling Nina that because a lot of what I like to do is gouache.
She just
so
took her earbuds out.
Oh.
I think that gouache like would go really, really well on that.
Sorry, I had to bring up my little baby boy.
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
This is Lucas.
Look at
My little
him!
baby boy.
Oh, he's like, what are we doing, mother?
Yeah.
He doesn't seem terribly bothered.
No.
No,
He's the
I
calmest
honestly think
cat.
he's like, okay, holding me up to your computer again. That's kind of weird.
So the thing about Scottish folds is that they've been bred to have these short little noses, and so they're very low energy because it's basically like he has asthma. So he doesn't purr, he just breathes really heavy.
See, Shae, that's the kind of cat I want. I mean, I understand that we have a little ball of hell running around, but I also want a big chonker that is lazy and will just be big and fluffy.
Well, he's tiny. He's actually very small, and I do not approve of breeding, but you can get them as rescues. He was a stray found on the streets of Kuwait. So
wow.
He was tossed out, I think, because he was a runt or he was tiny. And
Yeah.
He's got a little tail that goes like this. Like, he's got a short little tail. It's ridiculous.
Oh, so
My
cute.
little boy.
Okay, so then we have tier 9. Tier 9 is fucking crazy.
Lots of stuff.
That's all of the comic covers, literally all of them, and it's a lot. And we're doing a listening party online. You hang out with the band. You get a T-shirt that's only for people that go to the listening party. And for the collectors and the rarity chasers, we did these versions of the comic that are they're file copies, and they're printed on the back one of one because we wanted, when you met us at Baltimore Comic Con, we wanted to have physical copies to show off, but we haven't printed these yet. So we're like, we just need to make a set of one, one of each cover to show off. And so we said, why not mark them as the Sound of Thunder file copy set? So there's only 22 of them total, but each one has a different cover. So really, there's only one of each cover. And
Oh, that is cool.
you get one with this tier.
Yes, this is awesome, and like that. This is the point where I started looking at everything that you guys had to offer, and I was like, I'm overwhelmed. There's so much. Like, It's amazing, and also, holy fuck, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, wait till you have to make it and ship it.
Give me some money.
Yeah, we're gonna be very busy for the next 2 months.
Well, you say we, but it's really just you.
Yeah, somehow Nina's gotten off the hook for all the shipping.
I have offered to help, but you say it's more complicated with 2 people, so I just let you handle it.
It's hard not to get things mixed up with 2 people in the mix. So yeah,
so in
I'm
other
Mr.
words,
Shipping Man.
Josh is like me and is a control freak, and he's like, no, because I'll get into a system and a rhythm, and then another person will fuck that shit up, and then I'm gonna be grumpy about it the entire time that you're trying to help, and
bingo,
it's just gonna be bad.
100%.
In yes, 5 years, I would like you to point out any rhythm or gear that you've gotten into in that 5 years.
I can't. They just happen. I can't. There's a reason I don't let you do our intros or our outros.
My intros would just be all bulgy all the time.
That's another reason I don't let you do our intros or outros. Alright, so tier 10.
Yeah, we are very lucky to have a lot of the original art from the comp. So Mike is basically splitting the original art with us. So there's 92 total pages in the story in all 4 issues, and we are going to have 46 of those pages. So we are offering them here. And actually, if you're a comic art collector, original art collector, that's a really, really good deal, because original art ain't cheap. And his pencils are just so amazing. Like we're gonna need to do an oversized artist edition of this story at some point, because there's so much detail. But if you want a really awesome, one-of-a-kind collector's item from the story, get a piece of original art, and it'll go up in value too.
Oh, so cool. And then 10.1.
Yes, that's okay. So the original art was sold out at one point, which is why there's a 10.1. But
gotcha.
somebody canceled or something. I don't know. So now 10 and 10.1. I think there's only 1 page of art left. But 10.1 was the replacement. We have 5 symbols signed by the entire band. They're all cracked, and because they were bashed to hell by our drummer in the studio and on stage and in rehearsal. And they're the last 5 symbols that we'll ever have of the original band, which lasted 13 years because our drummer Chris retired last year.
Oh, wow.
And we have a new awesome drummer, but Chris is the one that played on the music for Queen of Hell. So big ass symbols, and they make awesome wall art because they have the hole right in the center, so you can just put a nail through it and put it on your wall, and they look killer.
Very cool.
And test pressings for vinyl collectors. Before we tell the factory to go ahead and make 1,000 copies of Queen of Hell or whatever, we have to listen to it and make sure they did it right, because they have to cut the vinyl and get the grooves right and make sure it sounds good. So we get, as a band, 10 of these test pressings, and we all play them and go, okay, it sounds good, now go ahead and make the production run. So there's only 10 of these in the world, and that's one of the things in that tier is the test pressing.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
I love seeing all the little, like, because I'm really, really new to vinyl. Like, my mom had and has. My mom has a ton of vinyl. And it's really cool, and it sounds kind of different. It's a little bit more fussy for me to play, but at the same time, like, I put it on and started, like, cleaning around my house and was genuinely sad that some of the vinyl that I have has so few songs on it. Because I was like, I was just getting into it, and it was filling the whole room, and it was so wonderful. I was like, and now it's over, and I'm like, play again, go.
Yeah,
like,
but that's one of the things I like about it, because it forces you to pay attention to the music, because you've got 20 minutes, and then you're going to have to flip it. So instead of putting it on and doing other stuff and zoning out, it kind of forces people to be like, I'm going to spend some time with music. And that,
I pick up a record and I'm like, this is like a CD. Why doesn't it have 17 tracks on it? What's with this 5 fucking songs on one side?
Right. But no, I think it's really cool. I like seeing all the different kinds of vinyl that's out there and all the different things that you can do with it, and again, it reminds me of like when I used to have mini cassettes, and some mini cassettes would have like a swirl in the casing, and some mini cassettes glowed in the dark, and some were just regular and plain, and like it's so cool to see that was such a big deal when I was growing up, and now that I'm getting into vinyl and people are like, oh yeah, did you know that we could press it with this clear one and then a black one and swirl it around and then you can see through the record but it still plays music? And I'm like, voodoo magic, I love it. It's I don't even understand it, but it's so cool.
Yeah,
I think we have splatter vinyl, don't we?
Well, we have on this one. We do different types of vinyl every time just because it's fun. So one of our previous albums was clear. Parallel Eternity was clear with blue and green splatter in it. But for
So
Queen
cool.
of Hell, we did transparent red with black splatter.
Yeah.
That's like the main version, and then there's the glow in the dark version, and then there's the sketch variant jacket with the solid red vinyl. The blood red vinyl.
The blood red.
Yeah. But as
Nina's
a
like, it's
comic
in my
dude,
word cloud.
Yeah. I was always tuned into variants from being a comic collector, so I like that that aspect of it.
Well, and it adds a new level to the collecting of this, because it's like, oh, okay, so you got all of the different variant like comics, but how many of the variant vinyls do you have? And it's like, oh, whoa, or vice versa. Like, I have so many short boxes that are just full of indie comics. Like, most everything that I have is indie comics, and I literally have probably about 15 short boxes just filled. And I think out of all of those, one of them is mainstream. The other 14 are all indie creators. The downside for me is sometimes having the same story 15 times because I wanted all the variant covers is a little bit much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I like the idea of, like, I just did this with a ska band that I really like called Keep Flying. I have the same record from them with 3 different pressings, like three different, like, it's the exact all the same stuff, but 3 of them look different. And so I looked at them and went, I'm giving one of these away on our channel versary because I don't need the same album 3 times, but I'm keeping 2 because I like the colors and I'm not getting rid of them. I refuse.
That's the game. It's like you have to let people and let yourself have fun with it and do what's most enjoyable for you. For me, I like the hunt. Once I have it in my collection, it generally goes in a box and I don't look at it again for a long time. But the hunt, like, I don't know, it just gets the right neurons going and I enjoy it.
It's the dopamine release. That's what it is. We're all chasing dopamine.
Yeah.
All right, so the Thunder Cube. Explain this. The hell is the Thunder Cube?
Queen of Hell. So Queen of Hell is this campaign that's up right now is for the first of 3 acts, and so the music is an EP. But when it's all assembled, that will be our 10th album overall. So we've done a lot of albums, and then also we did a graphic novel. We've done a bunch of variant comics with Valiant, a bunch of T-shirts over the years. Guitar picks, patches, CDs. I think we have 4 or 5 EPs. So basically, Thunder Cube is, if you're going to support us at that level, we're going to throw our entire back catalog at you. And we've done so much stuff over the years that is literally, it's a 14 by 14 by 14 cube, and it weighs like 30, 40 pounds.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a ton of stuff. Hours and hours of music and tons of amazing artwork, and you get all the new stuff with it, so it's actually a really good deal. And you get a piece of original art with it.
Do we need food? Like, that's optional, right? Like, we'll be okay.
I mean, just do what my husband does and drink Soylent. Basically.
Yeah. Sure. No, I'm not doing that.
No. Shae, we need to be able to pay off that credit card that just bought us 2 nice steaks at the store today. So
accurate. Oh my gosh, 2 nice steaks costs. I can't. I cannot believe this.
$2.50 with drinks and appetizers, I'm guessing.
So we went and got steaks from the grocery store for us to grill up, and that alone, I was like, I can't even. Like, I'm looking at a, $250 food bill, and I'm like, about half of this is meat. Like, this is ridiculous. And it's not even, we didn't even buy, like, a lot. We got some burger, hamburger, and then big-ass T-bones.
Worth it.
That's what I want to know, is what was your steak choice? It was T-bone?
T-bone.
Yeah. They were nice, juicy, thick ones.
But you're not eating one T-bone each, are you?
Yes.
Damn. God damn. Usually my husband and I will split one. Like,
I'll take
the small part, he'll take the big part.
So,
Shae,
I will...
tell them about the last time we went to Roadhouse.
We went to Texas Roadhouse, and size steak was, bigger than the plate, pretty much. It was just it was massive. And
I only got the 20 ounce.
20
and so I ate almost all of it.
Well,
and we had
those G cups.
The blooming onion and everything on top of that.
That's
true. My god, it was so good.
That's a workout meal right there. That's like a weightlifting meal. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we went and we ate. We went. I mean, there was some exercise involved before that. I mean, I earned the steak. Anyway, so we went and we ate, and we got our to-go boxes, and we came home, stuck it in the fridge, and then entered a meat coma, and that was fine.
Nice.
So that sounds like a wonderful evening.
That does.
It was a fantastic evening. All right, so the other $1,000 tier is already sold out. So what is your 12.1 tier?
That is the drum head that was used in the studio recording our new single, Chainsaw Witch. And our new drummer, Justin, actually cut his hand open in the studio and bled on it. So you do have to sign a waiver if you buy the blood head. You're not allowed to clone Justin. We're sorry.
Wait.
Yeah, we
did
own
you do
that
it on
DNA.
purpose, or was it an accident?
No, it was really an accident, and he really did bleed all over the drum head. So he was bleeding on the drum head while he was performing, and it's captured on tape in the Chainsaw Witch song. So there's actual blood in the song.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Shae, read the
So
script.
what is the... What am I reading? Billy's full of steak overboard. Yeah, okay. Yep. That'll be what happens.
No, I was talking about then, but anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
That's what'll happen tomorrow or whenever the hell we grill them up too. I say I'm not touching them. If I grill them up, then I will waste $26 worth of steak.
Oh no.
It's okay, honey. You help in other ways.
Yeah, by making all the other food.
Yes.
This says credit on the Chainsaw Witch music video.
Yes, we recorded a music video a week and a half ago, and
wow!
In front of the biggest bonfires you've ever seen, and we will make you the executive producer on the Chainsaw Witch video if you choose this role.
Hell yeah! Look, if you guys ever decide that you need somebody to do better cosplay than what I'm doing right now, in a music video, walking in the woods or something, y'all are close to me. I think you're in DC, right?
Yeah.
We're
in Northern Virginia. Yeah.
Okay, I'm in Pasadena. We're close.
All right.
I'm just saying. You let me know. I'll go put on some skimpy ass outfit, walk around the woods with these damn horns. I'm fine with that.
There's a lot of woods.
Do we have to be filming or?
That's just my weekend. Let's be
honest. We'll just do it for fun.
Okay.
I 100%.
I'll bring the GoPro and the wireless mics, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We have a Patreon. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
All right, so the 13.1, because the 13 tier is sold out. So this one, I'm so scared because we just talked about him bleeding on the drum, and now we have a chainsaw.
Now there's an actual chainsaw.
Yeah, the chainsaw is decommissioned, it doesn't work. But
okay, good.
But it looks super cool. My husband, he painted it all over it. He decorated it. It's just a really cool looking chainsaw. So you get to
added
have
the antlers.
We were going to add antlers, but something happened. Unfortunately, there are no antlers.
This was the mock-up before the real thing was made. I think the real thing actually looks cooler, but the cool thing about it is that it's in the music video. So you can have and it's on the single cover, so you can have the chainsaw that's actually in the video.
The chainsaw.
So, in other words, if you are just a Sound of Thunder fanatic, you can... This is what you want. It'll just make an entire wall a conversation piece.
Yeah. And reality is that
everything up there.
these big high tier rewards is we have 7 or 8 guys in the past that have helped us out with these big pledges, and really that they know is that's the money that we take into the studio to start the next thing. Some people, if they're in the position where they love our music or they just want to support artists, and they go, hey, we're not taking a paycheck out of this. We're going to give that to our producer to go record more music so the next thing can come out, or we're going to give it to our comic book artists or our cover artists to keep making cool stuff. Because we just want to make cool stuff, and we brainstorm crazy stuff like this, and then people help us make more cool stuff.
That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, so tier 14.
Yeah, so there's one publisher reward for each of the 4 issues, and the ones for issues 3 and 4 are sold, and the ones for issues 1 and 2 are still available. And if you buy them, you get your name in the credits as the one and only publisher of that issue, and we make you a special one-off metal cover variant of the cover's literally printed on metal of that issue. Very cool. Yeah. And you get your first choice of original art. So with these, people can grab like the first appearance pages of the original art.
Very cool. Creators Outlet knows you guys apparently, and says he backed the Shadowman project last year.
Oh well, thank you very much. And
thank you.
I bet I don't recognize your handle, but I bet I would recognize your name. But thank you.
Probably. Creators Outlet hangs around our channel quite a bit, so it makes me happy that like we found you guys organically at Baltimore Comic Con, and then it's like, hey, so we find you at Baltimore, and then we go and do like this show, and everybody else is like, oh yeah, I know these guys are awesome. I'm like, yeah, okay, was I just late to the party? Like, why didn't y'all tell me about this shit?
You're never late. You're never late. The truth is that because we're indie, we don't have a lot of advertisement, so whenever you find us is a good time to find us.
A red Valkyrie always arrives precisely when she means to.
Accurate. That is exactly what we do.
Usually we arrive at exactly after the time that I finally get my ass ready, because Shae knows I'd be slow.
Shae been ready for hours.
That's mean.
Oh, I'm kidding. So then this is the publisher credit for number 1, and this is the one that I really wanted to talk about, because I saw this and was like, oh no, and then I read it and went, oh my god, amazing. So, because initially, not gonna lie, a little terrified.
Good.
Yeah.
That's
we're
the
not
idea.
licensed. We're not licensed, but we're not letting that hold us back.
That's fair. So explain. The band performs your abortion.
It's not clear from the title.
No.
Yeah.
Sure isn't.
Yeah. Well, we've decided you have to go. Everybody else knows it, and we're just gonna sing it to you and explain why you have to go. So, if you choose for the band to perform your abortion, we will come to your house and we will perform the song "Your Abortion," which we have not written yet, but we'll write with your help or the help of your, you guys could help if we were writing it for one of you and explain, the worst.
So in other words, you can buy this for somebody. This could be somebody's Christmas present, and then the person who paid for it can help with the creation of the song.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
yes.
You were just talking about how Alex is always running late, so we could write it about how he needs to be aborted now in the 137th trimester because he just has run late too many times, and it's enough already.
Yep.
Yeah. So
yeah.
You will
babe,
also be the only person with that song. So
long time.
So Wu-Tang situation. Whoever buys this one, they'll be the only person in the world with that song.
How absolute shit would it be if you guys ended up working with somebody and it was just such a fucking banger and you're like, so about it only being for you. I'm just saying, like, maybe we could work something out, put it on the album.
We would. I feel like it is gonna be a banger too, because like I'm already having ideas in my head. I'm like,
I was just singing along with my Sharona, like your abortion. Da, 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 Your abortion.
Creator says, don't buy this for your mom. I would never buy this for my mom, but there are other people in my family who could definitely use this. Okay, so the Frog G, it's your tier. The power of the frog.
Yeah, this was just pie in the sky because we have a bonus track. The demo of this song is going to be on that limited bonus CD that I mentioned earlier. We've written more songs than will be on the final 3 EPs. So there'll be some extra bonus tracks just in demo form. But we may, if we can raise enough money, go back and do some of our favorites as fully produced bonus tracks. I really want to do this one because we wrote this whole song based on, this character is called Nyux. He's a frogman. He's a badass. He ribbits when he talks. And
oh my God.
I really want to do like a one-shot comic, but we have the song written. The song is called The Power of the Frog. So basically, if somebody takes this one, they can be our partner and help us finish up The Power of the Frog and do a real version of it. The song starts with ribbits. It starts with croaking frogs. It's amazing.
That is epic. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Gorfnock. I love it. Hey,
yep,
you want to pay us to do your music? We'll do it, King Leek. You're ready.
Yeah, I mean, luckily, you could do something pretty fucking epic.
The only reason we need money is to pay our producer. The money isn't for us. It's to pay the other people. So just saying, if you ever want us to write music for you, that's all you gotta do.
Yeah. People always ask us, like, how do we get stuff done? How do we get these guest stars? How did Valiant let us work with them? And the answer is usually, like, we asked. So...
Look, you miss 1,000% of the shots you never take.
Yeah, 100%. And the bonus track, Chainsaw Witch, that was somebody that just asked us. Cullen Bunn emailed us up, and he's like, hey, I got this comic coming out. It's called Death Duel of the Chainsaw Witches. Would you guys be interested in, doing a song about that? And we just were like, Chainsaw Witch? That's pretty good. That's
yes.
pretty good.
It's
working in my brain. I think I have the hook. Okay, we're doing it. Yes, that sounds perfect.
That's literally exactly what happened. Because we were like, oh, we're pretty busy right now, and we got our own thing going on with Queen of Hell, and then the song just like popped out in like a day.
Yep.
So we're like, fuck, I guess we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that's how it happens. That's like when Nina knows this, and you sit down to do art, and you're like, I have a million things I need to do, and you're like, okay, but I'm just gonna sketch this real quick so I don't forget it, and then like 3 hours later you're like, or I'll just paint the whole thing, and then it's a thing that exists now. So that was cool. I was supposed to do other things, but I guess we're doing this. That's fine.
It's the time collapse when you're being creative, and all of a sudden like 10 hours has passed. Like that's what happens when we work on music.
Yeah.
See, I got ADHD, and we call that time blindness because there's multiple kinds of time blindness. There's I can do anything in 5 minutes, no matter how much it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's time does not exist, and I've only been working on this for 5 minutes. Oh my God, it's been 3 days. I should sleep.
Well, I always tell people that's how you know you're in the right career or you're doing the right job. Like if you can work on something all day long and you don't get tired of it and you can stay focused, you're probably doing the right thing.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yep. And that can be disheartening for some people. I'm just saying, when I sit down and I start doing stuff all about professional development, and I'm like, oh God, I'm good at this. I'm like, oh. Like,
that's gross. You're gross.
It's gross, but also I just came up with 5 other ways that I could train people on how to do this better, and okay, yeah, that'll be one of. I'm just going down like 4 different career paths. It'll be fine.
I don't want to be an adult. Why am I so good at being an adult?
Yeah.
Right, like, but only in very specific. only on very specific things. The rest of it, like doing the dishes and folding my laundry, like that. No, there's no hope for that. It's never happening.
Thanks for following us,
confirm.
Leek.
Listen here, bitch. You also have a bunch of shit on your floor, so I don't want to hear it. Okay?
Yeah, but it's your clothes.
That you washed and threw on the floor.
Well, I mean, I fold your clothes here. I'm not going to do it in my house.
I can't.
Oh, I'm into
Y'all
Gorfnock.
need to fight. All right.
We need to have
It's fine.
maybe Nyux and Gorfnock need to have a crossover at some point.
That'd be cool.
I get if people are following us from this, follow us on whatever you listen to music on. So if you listen to Spotify
Yes.
or Apple Music, go.
Yes, please, for the
Yeah.
love of God.
Nina is literally
actually,
begging
for the love of God, if you like our music, get something from us directly.
Yes, please.
We will also take the 0.7 of 1 cent that Spotify pays us per play if we have
Yeah.
to.
That also works.
You know, it's the same thing when people send us like, "Oh, I sent you a super chat over YouTube," and we're like, "Thank you. We're excited for that 40 cents on the dollar."
Yeah.
We take what we can get.
No, it's 70 cents on the dollar, which means when they send us a $2 super chat, we get $1.40 7 weeks later.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, and it is. It's the 7-week wait. That's the fun part.
Yes.
Oh God. So they can make interest on all the super chats for 7 weeks.
That's how they do.
If you don't reach a certain threshold, they just hold it until you pass the threshold, so they can keep the interest. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people like you guys know, but like all these companies squeeze artists every way they possibly can. It's always getting worse.
Oh, absolutely.
But it takes all kinds, So the $1.40 of super chat helps. The 0.7 of 1 cent from Spotify helps. But for us, we have 14,000 monthly listeners on Spotify right now, which is great. I'm like, it's really nice that we have that many people all around the world that listen to our music. But that contributes, even though that's one of the larger numbers of where we can reach people. That's like less than 1% of the money that it allows us to keep going. And Kickstarter is 95% of the money that allows us to keep going.
That's awesome.
So wherever people need to fall, like we understand people aren't made of money, but if you connect with an artist, it doesn't have to be us. It could be people who really love your show, or if it's another band or another visual artist, like find the ones you really love and try and support them directly.
Absolutely. And there's only 43 hours left for you guys to get in on this campaign. Don't sleep on it, because this is such a freaking cool campaign. There's so much fun that's happening in this, and so much blood. Like there's so much blood. you want look at how excited Nina gets when you talk about the blood. You must back this. So you got 43 hours to go. They have surpassed their goal quite a bit, but I would like to see this hit late at well over 25. Like,
It would be nice.
Guys.
It would be nice.
It would be really nice. And I know a lot of y'all watching are super metal fans. You're all comic book nerds, otherwise you wouldn't be here. This is literally two of your loves, your worlds have collided together. So fucking back it, damn it.
Yes.
Back it. Go back it right now.
Listen to her.
Yes. Or Shae will be very disappointed. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Also,
You don't want
we've been
this
running
disappointed.
around.
Yeah.
No, definitely not. We've been running around like crazy, like trying to promote the project here at the end. So we've been sleeping on the stretch goals, but whatever we bring in from now until the end, we're going to use to amp up the rewards. So we already threw in a
Awesome.
extra bonus foil trading card that everybody's going to get. And there's probably going to be another one now, and we're just going to use the rest to improve the packaging and stuff.
Thank you, Froggy G. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
We love Frogger. He's such good peeps. I love the fact that he's like, I had to go check out the music,
Fair.
and now I have backed because that is good music.
Thank you.
Yes.
But
Oh yeah, and your con booth was amazing. Let me tell you, that drew us from a ways off. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
yeah, you guys really you had it set up very, very well.
Thank
it was
you.
very eye-catching. So everybody please go back them. Sai, do you have any last questions or comments or?
No, I think I've interjected enough foolishness into this show.
It's never enough.
Right?
It's usually what I'm there for.
Josh and Nina, do you have any other last little tidbits you want to say before we wrap?
This Saturday, if y'all aren't doing anything, we're doing a live stream at 3:30 in the afternoon Eastern. Josh, Jesse, and I are going to get matching tattoos. And for Josh and I, it's going to be our very first tattoo ever, and we're going to live stream it.
Whoa, you don't have a tattoo, Nina?
Nope. Me and Josh, we are the only metal band I know of where, until recently, none of us had any tattoos. Jesse's the only one with a tattoo, and he got it last year. So
Wow.
We're very
I never thought that I would be
metal band.
more tatted than a metal band.
I'm telling you, we are.
Bitch, you're wearing horns.
We're nerds.
You remember our public service, our public safety announcement, Nina?
Oh, about running in the no running at the pool.
Yeah. So this is Josh and Nina from A Sound of Thunder, reminding you to walk, not run, around the swimming pool.
Exactly. Yeah. I used to be a lifeguard. It's very important to know.
That's about how metal we are.
Run. Yeah. Yeah. We're total nerds. You know.
I love
it.
it.
Metal, but. Look, getting a tattoo is going to disappoint my mom a lot, and I really like my mom, and I need her to also kickstart our stuff. So I'm getting it in the back of my neck. It's going to be very small, and I don't know where Josh is getting his. So we'll find out.
If we send you a $5 tip, will you get a tramp stamp?
I mean, I'm making a Kickstarter reward for you, but it's going to be more than $5.
Yeah.
I was gonna say $5 is not enough.
$8.
So
yeah,
now
so I have
I
have a tramp stamp, and I'm trying to bring them back.
Do you really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cute.
Alex has it's a terrible one too.
Bitch, it's Japanese.
Oh, so it's really terrible.
Yeah.
It's super faded.
Is it like kanji, and it says noodles?
Yeah.
No, it does not say noodles.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, what was the food product that Homer was on in Japan?
The food product?
Oh,
he was on
that. No, he was on a cleaning.
Yeah.
He was Mr. Sparkle.
Mr. Sparkle.
Mr. Sparkle, yes.
Mr. Sparkle. Yeah.
That would make a great tramp. Just saying.
So that's what it means
Friendship, love, courage, sacrifice. You weeb. You goddamn weeb. I know what you are. I used to go to You know what? I'm a weeb too. I understand. I was taking Japanese tea ceremony lessons when I was 15. That's how much of a weeb I am. So if I call you a weeb, it's because you're one of my people. Love it.
Hey,
Shae,
Shae keeps buying me Japanese whiskey and sake.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's because I have Japanese plum wine that I fucking love. It is delicious. Have you ever had plum wine?
Sweet.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah. Actually, that's Josh's wife's favorite plum wine.
Yep.
Look, see, all I'm hearing is more reasons for all of us to hang out. That's what I just heard.
I agree.
In the woods.
Well, you know
we
what?
may or may not bring a camera.
In the woods.
I think.
Actually, we should go to the Renfest together. I usually go to
We
the
went.
Renfest.
We went.
Yeah, we did. We went on. Last weekend was it.
Where were you there? Friday or Saturday? Sorry, Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
I was there Saturday too. God damn it! I didn't know you were there.
I'm gonna bring up.
We could have hung out.
Yeah, we could have hung out. God damn it.
Well, I think Nina, a fancy Christmas invite is probably in order.
Absolutely.
Yes. So you guys are gonna get an invite to the fancy Christmas party.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Get ready to get fancy.
I don't worry. I've got plenty of fancy.
Excited.
I'm just saying, this is a glitter crown. It's.
I love it. I love it.
Present. Share.
Oh, what are you doing, Sai? Sai is doing things. You already showed this.
I'm hearing
No, I
mental
didn't.
processing.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah. See, I wish I had
That's
seen
us at
you.
Ren Fair.
Damn it.
Yeah. We had giant walking sticks. So I had one that had a ram horn, and Sai had one that had like a short little blackburn. And then this was because it was for my birthday. So this was my birthday gift to myself.
Nice. That's a nice one.
Yeah, and I ended up getting the fee, which was like the raspberry wine and mead.
Oh yeah.
It was basically sangria.
The fee?
No, I didn't get the fee.
Okay.
Because the fee included beer mixed in. It was 3.
Yeah.
I only got the fee. I got the one, like the one mix.
I just get
But
beer.
it was.
I just get beer. That's the only place I drink beer because I don't drink beer very often, but there is something about drinking beer at the Renaissance Festival that is my favorite.
I don't drink beer at all, and so I was gonna smuggle. Shh. And Shae gave me a fucking hip flask that would not fit in any pocket known to man. And she's like, "Are you gonna bring your flask, babe?" And I'm like,
"They said it was a flask," and so I ordered it. And when it got to Cyborg, because it was like flat water bottle flask, and I was like, "Yeah, okay." That bitch was like this big.
Yeah.
It was this wide, but it was that tall. I was like,
you put it under your skirt.
I was wearing pants.
Oh,
so was Shae.
See, that's your mistake right there.
I could have tucked it into the back of my pants.
You had big shoulder armor. You could have just tucked it up underneath.
I could have tucked it in the back of my pants under my cape.
Accurate. Oh, King Leek, yes, Baltimore Comic Con. Let's party. Josh and I are always looking to party after Comic Con, and like everybody else is busy or doing stuff.
So here's our plan. Next year they're moving Baltimore Comic Con to October instead of September. So
over my birthday.
Yeah, so we're gonna hit Ren Fair. We're gonna hit Ren Fair probably the week before, Comic Con, and then Comic Con.
And then Comic Con the weekend after.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let us know.
And we're probably gonna do some kind of like grill out party, something or other at my house.
Shae, wear this cosplay to Ren Fair next year.
I mean, you could.
No. Look. If I was going to, and I'm not kidding, I am super, super tempted to make a much better, more accurate to the art cosplay of your character because I fucking love this. It's so much fun. It's such a cool look.
I would love it. I would love it.
We'll talk. I'm just saying, like we'll make stuff happen.
Sounds
Damn it,
good.
it's gonna happen. We are now BFFs. All right, well, thank you everybody so much for hanging out with us. This was a wonderful. It's been an hour and 42 minutes. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We talked a lot.
I'm sorry that we kept you so long, but damn, it was good conversation.
It's all good.
It was.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Red Valkyrie. Ring the bell. Go check us out on Valkyrie's Play if you like anything that has to do with gaming. Go check out By Gaslight if you want to see my very confusing neon art that doesn't seem like I would make that when I'm dressed like this, but that's what I do. It's fine. And we will see you guys tomorrow for Regen.
Yay.
Yes.
Everybody have a good one.
Bye.
Good night.